Hi there and welcome to the Bradbury Young channel and welcome to my Friday Sews. So first of all, I'd just like to say thank you to Jen from Today in Jen's Sewing Room for creating the hashtag Friday Sews so we can all come together on a Friday and see how we've been getting on. And if you want to, just type in hashtag Friday Sews and have a look for all the other Friday Sews videos that are out there, or even click on the link for the little hashtag that's in my title. But first of all, subscribe to my channel. Thank you. So, what have I been up to? So, first up is a bag. Now, the other week I did say I was going to make a bag and I never made it. Well, I have now. As you can see, this bag, a nice basic simple bag. Now, I've made this bag style before. Some of you may have seen previously that I've had a go and got a bag design that I've done. And I made a bag, and having got that design, still a little bit of refinement needed, but generally it works. And I needed another bag for a few bits and pieces that I wanted, so I've made myself another one from this material that I thrifted. Yes, it's quite heavy duty, this material, quite thick going. So there we go, made a bag, got a magnetic clasp on the front, a big chunky zip for the inside, put that up, and it's an open-ended one so you can really open it up, and then there's two sections in there for putting lots of things in, with a nice big strap for a big adjustable strap so it'll go across the body if I need it to. So yeah, nice basic all-round bag that I can use to put some things in that I need to keep tidy instead of being all scattered everywhere. So that's my first thing, and that actually took, well, it didn't take too long, but a little bit longer than I wanted to. But yeah, generally came together quite well because, like I say, I've made it before, and it does go together quite well now that I'm used to making it. Now, I have actually also been out doing a bit of thrifting as well, looking for little things I can get hold of, and yes, I've got a few things. Now, I haven't got them all in one go, I have to say. It's not just been just this week that I've got them. Every so often I do go to my local thrift store that I like to go to, and I'm always picking up the odd thing here and there. So what I'll do is I'll show you what I picked up recently, probably over about 3 separate occasions, I think it is, realistically, that I've been there and picked up all of these things. I might have picked up 1 or 2 others, but this is what I found that I can remember I've got. So we'll have a look at those. So first up is a couple of scarves. Now, like I said, I did get these on 2 separate occasions, but the first one is a nice basic scarf. It is polyester, like most of these little scarves are. It's got that dog tooth print on it in variation of sizes as it's bigger and smaller, but yeah, it's a nice basic, slightly drapey sort of scarf that you can get, It's a nice basic one, and that's not quite how I wear them actually, but there you go. But yeah, one quite nice little scarf. That's a nice little one. So I do like dogtooth or houndtooth, or however you might pronounce it or call it. So there's that one first of all. And the second one is, now this one is a nice one because this feels much softer. I don't know what material this is, but what we've got here is one that's like a graduating colour, because it's blue and then goes into purple with this sort of chevron look for it. Now this one is a bit longer, it's a bit bigger, a bit wider, so it is quite a nice size one. Again, it's quite a thin material, but I don't know what material it is because this feels really soft. That dogtooth one feels like polyester, but this one doesn't. I see it starts off purple at this end, go through to blue, and then back to purple. And there's quite a bit of a width to this, so it can be folded over and then, wrapped round quite a bit and make quite a nice warm scarf to go around me. It's quite a bit there really. So yeah, and that was 2 scarves, which are a nice find, especially that one. I do like that one. They've always got scarves at this store that I go to, this thrift shop. It's just a case of me seeing something that I really like at the time. So yeah, 2 scarves. The other thing that I found in my thrift store was some, well, print blocks, basically. Things like this, which when I turn it around, as you can see, it's got like the little rubbery print block, but the top of the block is telling me what it should come out like. And I've actually got a whole load of these. I did see them over, you know, over the 3 visits, as it were, that I picked them up, but I picked a few up most recently. Let's have a look. So I've got this long one which says thinking of you. So that one says just for you. They're not all writing, some have got pictures on, like this one, which is flowers and leaves. Now some of these look like they've never been used, they look nice and clean. Of course it shows the image would be in 2 colours, but it wouldn't be, it'd be a single mono colour, you know, whatever I'd put on there. Now I've got some acrylic paints, some ordinary stuff that you can use, you know. I just need to buy a couple of little rollers and I could probably do this sort of thing and put them on cards and stuff like that. This one is just a foam backed one. It looks like it's meant to be a shell. So this is obviously one of the cheaper little ones that was in there. There's this one that says best wishes. And then we've got some another picture which is just a rose, which is very nice. Like I say, I mean, I don't know how you'd make it come out with that colour, because I say it is a mono block sort of print thing. And then we've got this one which says it is flowers leave some of their fragrance on the hand that on the hand that bestows them. That's apparently a Chinese proverb. Apparently. There we go. And then I got this really big one, and I like this one, and I did get this one and a few of the others just recently, whereas previously I just bought like one. I bought a couple the first time, and then I bought one the next time, and then I bought the rest of them afterwards. But this one is a great little party scene with hedgehogs on it. Can you imagine that? That's brilliant. That's just, I think that's really, really brilliant. Hedgehogs. I love hedgehogs. They're such wonderful little creatures. So amazing they are. I mean, I have seen one in our garden, but it was a long, long time ago. If you see hedgehogs in your garden, that's just brilliant. I think that's absolutely amazing. Hedgehogs partying, obviously that's for a party card, you know, for a birthday card or something like that, I suppose, that card. But I mean, any celebration, you could, I could probably get away with using it. So yeah, print blocks, I suppose. I'd have to have a go at making cards. Now, actually, I have made cards before, just the odd one every so often. So, I mean, these would be a great little embellishment to doing, you know, doing cards, and being able to do that rather than having to write on it myself and having to make sure my handwriting is quite good, instead of like, you know, when you go to write in a card, when you write ordinary, you just write, don't you? But then when you come to write in a card, your hand goes from like this to suddenly going like this, and you can't write anything. It just manic. Whereas if you've got a little block and, you know, you've got the ink and the little roller, then yeah, brilliant for doing cards with. So I suppose I have to think about doing some cards this year maybe, and just put some of those things on them. Not sure who for, but I'll certainly have a think about it and see if I can do a card for somebody. Another little gem from the thrift store was this little book. It's just a notebook, but as you can see, it's like a material covered notebook. It's just a plain standard notebook that I can use for, I don't know, sewing notes or something else. I'm not sure what, but as you can see, it's got this nice material covering on it with this picture, and there was a number of them, but this is the one I like the most, with these flowers and that on there, which is just absolutely brilliant. There's a butterfly, a couple of butterflies on there, so that was just really, really nice little find. Yeah, so nice basic notebook, but it feels nice and it looks nice, which makes it different, which means it's great to find. So you know what you're looking for. You think, well, where did I put that? Put it in my notebook, my flower notebook. So there you go. Easy to remember where I've put it. There we go. A great little find. And the last thing I got for you that I got from the thrift store, my local one, is another pattern. And I found this in there, thought it was absolutely brilliant. It is the Butterick 6849 and it's described as a standard sheath fit pattern. So it's a sheath dress. A nice basic simple one. Yeah, I like the styling on that. It's quite simple. And according to the line drawings on the pack, you can actually do it without sleeves, which is not shown on the front. So I'd probably have a go at that. I'd probably maybe shorten the skirt length a little bit. I could even add a little bit to the bottom and make it have a little bit of a flare out rather than being straight down. But yeah, I like the look of that. So I'll have to have a go at that at some point. Don't know when, again, but I'm sure I will do, hopefully before the end of the year. But that's Butterick 6849 sheath dress. Yeah, absolutely lovely that find is. So there we go, that's my finds from the thrift store. Now, everything that I've got basically with either £1 or 50 pence. And I think in total, out of all the things that I've got, you know, the scarves, the blocks, all of them blocks together, the little notebook pattern, I think I still actually spent less than £10 or pretty much about the £10 mark. So I think that was pretty good for all the different things I've got. I mean, these patterns themselves can quite often be like £1.50, £2 just for the pattern on it alone. But I mean, and those blocks, well, I mean, if I was buying them at full price, well, I dread to think how much I would have spent. And I've seen those type of notebooks being sold for like, you know, £2 or whatever. And well, I can't remember if that was 50 pence or £1, but it, you know, certainly wasn't £2 or £3 like you can see sometimes. So yeah, all in all, I spent probably just under £10 for the whole lot. So I think that's really good going. That's why I go to the thrift store. And as I say, I don't find everything in one go. It's always little bits and pieces, an item at a time. So, you know, it's great to have a look and go back every so often. Now, last week I made a bag, which was this one, the one that I'd done a copy of from an original that I was given, and that is this one, and not this one, even though I was meant to make this one last week, the week before actually, but I didn't. I made it last week, it's done, but before that I'd made this one, as I say. So I said that there were a few things that I needed to change, I needed to amend on it. So I spent a little bit of time trying to work out a bit of a pattern. So I've got the pieces here, made a few amendments, and hopefully when I put it together, those amendments will hopefully sort out with the one or two issues that I had when I put this one together. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be concentrating on, hopefully next week. I don't know what else, maybe something else. And the material that I'm going to use, again, is this material again. So I'm making another, going to look like this with this material, and I'm going to use this for the lining. I did use it on one of the pockets before, but this is going to be the whole of the lining this time. This funky material that I made a dress and a skirt out of previously, and that'll be the outer because it's nice and quite thick and heavy. So I'll be hopefully making another one of these, but with a few amendments. So I'll see how that goes, and hopefully it'll come out quite well, I'm hoping, and that'll be an even nicer bag than the previous one. And then of course there's a little bit of life. Well, not really much to say about that really. Just my everyday things to get on with. I have though got my new glasses. I said I was getting new glasses, and I have got them. I've got them on at the moment. I mean, they're actually for close work, for reading and that, so don't really help me much for the distance at all. But obviously I've got my notes here, and every time I look down to have a quick look at my notes, I need to be able to read them, and with these on I can. If I take these off, no, I can't read my notes. That's no good to me at all. So I do need to keep these on just while I'm doing this, so I can see my notes, so I can get everything right. But yeah, a lot better. I don't know how they look. They are a bit different. These ones are plastic framed instead of being metal. So, but also help with sewing as well for the close work, especially if I'm doing any hand sewing. But at the machine as well, if I'm at the machine, I still need to be able to see what I'm doing. So yeah, glasses that help me do that close work and my reading is just what I needed. So there we go, new glasses. Other than that, nothing much else going on really. I think it was just about it really for this week. So yeah, that is it. So if you like this video, please do click the like button, subscribe, That way you always get a notification of when my videos are coming out. Please do comment. I do love reading your comments. It's always nice to hear what you're thinking and also what you're up to. And if you want to chat amongst yourselves in the comments, please do, because that's why we have our Friday Sews. So I think it's just left for me to say thank you very much for watching my video. I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye.
Bye.